take you guys along with me now that I'm back from town. Got adjusted, and he's put me on 2 weeks unless something else happens. I gotta go out and cut me off some basil because I'm gonna be making a cheeseburger potato soup. The darn dog's down there, Brutus, rolling in the sand, and I don't know why he does that, but I let him out because I asked him if he had to go potty, and I knew that's what he was going to do, just come down here and roll around. I'll show you real quick. See? He's a dumb dog. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know. So I'm going to bring you guys along, like I said, and get me some basil, chop that up. What are you doing? Get your butt up, sir. Get up there, Brutus, now. No, get up there. Go on. I told you to get up there, not follow me. Max, it's okay. It's all right, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. He does not like Brutus at all, especially being out. He does not care for him. And Brutus just comes up here and antagonizes him. And I got so many baby strawberry plants trying to grow. Okay, my basil's right here. Turn around. What in the world is it doing? So right here is my basil. So I just want to cut just a little bit off. Probably, I'm not left-handed. I am ambidextra, but not left-handed to cut with scissors. I can tell you that much. So we're going to cut this off. And maybe another one. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. So I've got 2. Oh, it smells so good. When my husband did this yesterday, he weed whacked, and he really did a good job, actually. This whole area of the garden. And these plants are huge. We have a lot of stuff coming on, as we can see. I've been trying to keep track of all this, just trying to. There's the watermelon again. I'm not sure if we have another watermelon in here or not. I haven't checked to see, but you can see it's vining up there, and just everything seems to be doing good overall. I mean, I've got plenty of stuff going, and that is a nice size Amish paste, I believe. I think I've got other stuff going on. You can see I've got little stuff going on my pepper plants too. I got this totally weeded yesterday. As you can see, I've got cucumbers again on here that I need to pick. I weeded this yesterday. I got all this weeded too on all that stuff, and I started doing this on this side and then gave up. And then I thought my husband was going to weed whack this down, but he didn't. And I picked a handful of green beans yesterday, and I could see he went through here, but he didn't go up and around the pumpkin like I thought he would. But all my turnip, it looks like it just went to seed, so I don't know. We're gonna get in there and start making this. That's my volunteer. I'm pretty sure this is just a crooked neck squash. It's either that or a zucchini. There's a little plant down there. Yep, it's a crooked neck squash. I can see a little plant. So that is just a volunteer, and volunteers are great. We love volunteer plants. Come on, let's go. Up to the house. Brutus, come on. Go up to the house. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Keep going. You've gotten fat, bless you. You've gotten very fat eating. Yeah. That's your allergies. Come on. I know it's hard for you to get up here when you're squeezing like that, but come on. That's why you gotta stay inside, because your allergies are too bad. You can't handle being outside too long. And then you go and roll in the sand. Come on. Lick my hand. You licked my hand, boy. Let's go. Get in here. You rolled all over in the sand, didn't you? Now you're gonna sit pretty. Are you? You're just gonna sit pretty. Yep. So I've got you guys propped up right there on the sink behind our sink. So I'm gonna try to make sure you guys got enough room here. So it calls for 3 cups of potatoes, but I'm just gonna do 4 potatoes diced small. And it calls for like a teaspoon or tablespoon. I think it's a tablespoon of basil. But like I said, I cut those 2 heads, 2 pieces off. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put my bowl down here so I can just throw my potatoes in there. I did dishes yesterday, but then I got our 2 bowls from our soup yesterday that we did in the bowl that I heated the soup up in. So you guys are probably wondering, like, why am I fixing soup again? This is what I wanted to fix yesterday, and I didn't have the Velveeta cheese. It calls for 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese. And I've got my pound of hamburger already thawed out. I can say that my husband has, he bought us some eye meds. And as of today and yesterday, my eye that I can't see out of, like when I say I can't see, it's because I really can't. I've had a cataract in my left eye, and it's moved over to my middle of my vision, and the last week or so, I haven't been able to even see out my left eye at all. It's just been too dark. So my husband's like, just call and get the surgery done if you want. Well, them pills ended up coming in. And I called last week to get it scheduled, and it said that they were going to call back in 48 hours, but never did. So me being who I am, I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to wait then for to see if the pills, because it says the pills could take up to 3 months. I've been taking them now, I think, probably 3 to 4 weeks now, possibly. You take 1 a day. It's a large dose of it at 1 a day. And like I said, yesterday was the first day I actually could see out my left eye. And what I mean when I can see out my left eye, it's because it's not, It's still a little blurry, but I couldn't see at all. I couldn't see my husband standing in front of me. I definitely couldn't see long distance. You know, distant wise, I was very blind. And then when I tell my husband I can't see today, that's because my right eye would be pretty blurry. And that is my bad eye, is my right eye. It's better, but not like it is if it was, you know, normally. Because I got 3D vision, I've got halos, I've got where my lens is off to the right of my eye. So yeah, when that eye is blurry, I really can't see very well. But the last 2 days, today and yesterday, I can see quite well. And then, of course, driving, I have to use my glasses. And boy, is the right eye even clearer through them glasses. Now, when I'm looking through the glasses with my left eye, with my right eye closed, I notice that it's the same. I can see just as well with the glasses on as they are with them off. So that right there tells you that the glasses aren't doing any better for my left eye anyways. And I'm tickled. I really am. I'm really tickled to be able to say that I've got better eyesight than what I've had. So I'm going to wash this. I'm just going to wash it off in case we have any bugs on it. And then we're going to chop this. Whew, that smells so delicious. Okay, so that put in there like that. And then I've got the pound of our burger. I've got to heat this up and then read what else I got to stick in there. I know there was some salt and pepper and all that good stuff, so I'll put some salt in there, just like a pinch. All stuck to my fingers. And for salt, or for pepper, we don't have any, so I'm just going to add some of this lemon pepper to it, which I think would be fine. I have peppercorns, but my grinder thingy don't work very well. So now I got to figure out how much water I'm going to need in this, so stay tuned. So it says to put the ground beef in the pot which you're going to make the soup in. So I threw some butter in here because this is very lean. This is from Butcher Box, grass-fed beef. So, and it says to, you know, break it up as fine as you can get it. So I'm doing that. And I'm going to get this situated in here. It calls for a quarter cup of green bell peppers. So I'm gonna go out and grab me a small green bell pepper and get that cut up. And I moved this stuff into this bowl. I've got my rolled salted butter here, and it calls for 4 tablespoons of butter, but I'm not sure if they were supposed to go in this. I went ahead and added them into this because this has to have some type of either towel or butter in it anytime we're cooking with the butcher box, because it's very lean when you have grass-fed animals that they don't have a whole lot of fat, so you have to add fat to them to bake it so they don't burn or stick. So I'm going to keep going and video as I go. Okay, I got this little bell pepper, just a little one, because it does only call for a 1/4 cup. You're supposed to have 4 tablespoons of butter. That's probably only 2. I had probably enough to go ahead and use it, but I had to put some more in my pan because the few little pieces I already did already got sucked up in it. I don't want it to burn. You're supposed to have 4 cups of beef broth, which I forgot to grab any. So I'm going to try to season this the best I can get it with just butter and frying everything in there as it's saying. So it says to dice your bell pepper, your green pepper here. So I'm just going to slice this as thin as I can get it. Without cutting my fingers. It does call for a small onion diced, but my husband does not like onion in his stuff, so I just added about 4 tablespoons of, or maybe a little more than that. I don't know what it was. I don't really measure anything. I just go by eyesight and go from there. But I put some onion powder in it from Bullseye, which is an organic onion. I could have probably just went outside and pulled up one of my onion bulbs and used it, but like I said, I gotta be careful about what I stick in stuff because my husband will notice it. It's stuff he doesn't like. So like the onion powder, I can get away with that. I put that on everything anyways. So I'm going to put this in the pan over here. Get that in there so it can get doing what it's supposed to. You can see I got the butter there, got this in there, so we're just going to cook this for a few minutes, it says, with the green pepper in it. Hoping it'll just all blend together really well. This is done actually. So I can go ahead. It says to put you're supposed to bring everything to a boil after you add the potatoes and I think the cream. You're even supposed to add cream too, and I forgot about that. So we're just gonna call it what it is and not worry about cream. I'll just put a lot of butter in it. I got my butter here melting, and then it's supposed to be 4 teaspoons of flour, which I got a gluten-free all-purpose flour here. That is starting to come to a boil, which it's supposed to. before I add this butter flour mixture, which I think just helps thicken it maybe a little bit. And then you gotta simmer it or bring it back to a boil. I can't remember which it is. But then I'm gonna have to cut up the Velveeta cheese. And I kind of want it cheesy, I'm thinking. So I'll probably add a little more than the 8 ounces that's required. The one that I have is actually 16 ounces, so I'm going to cut half of it in half and then start from there. And then see if it's going to be good enough or not. Okay, that's ready. So now, this is probably 2 tablespoons right here. But I'm just going to add what I can. I'm going to stir this, but I also need to stir this. This says cook this for 2 minutes, stirring. Okay, it needs a little more flour in it. That's a bigger one. Put that over in here like this. Get it stirred in too. Oh yeah, that's much thicker. I like that consistency better. I'll go ahead and turn the heat off. And that's now at a boil, which is good. And then it says to put this in your boiling water, which I'm just going to wash that off a little bit. And then I'll get this stirred in there. This one out. And I'll just use this to stir. It says you'll see it thicken up, which it has. It's definitely thickened up. That looks great. Now she's going to start boiling and popping, so I need to turn her down just enough. It's supposed to be now similar. She did thicken. I still have some in there I need to scrape out, so I need to hold you guys. So while that doing its thing, I'm going to cut this in half. Like I said, this is a 16-ounce packet, so I'm just going to set this off to the side, and then I'm just going to quarter these as best as I can, or half them maybe, and then start putting them in here so they can start melting, and then I'll see if it's cheesy enough for my liking. Yeah, I think I'm going to make them a little smaller because this one's a little thicker. I wish my husband would just go and get us a refrigerator. This way I don't have to keep trying to put stuff in that little one sitting on the kitchen table. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do is move you guys over here. I think I have a chance here. Possibly. Yeah. And prop you up. hopefully it's good enough for you. So what I'm going to do is stir. Get this cheese melted. Man, this smells delicious. Get this cheese melted. I can already tell it's not going to be cheesy enough. Not cheesy enough. So I'm going to cut that other one up. Trying to get the rest of that melted. I texted my husband, asking him if he thought maybe he'd be home in time to drive me to take the bunnies to the butcher. And he said he's not sure, so we'll have to see. We got to have them there by, I think it's 7, but I'm not for sure. I know you can have them there as early as 5. Yeah. That is right there. Alright, I got the next 8 ounces of this cheese cut up. So I'm going to add it. Get it in here, and then this, all it's got to do is simmer. And then you can serve it. Which I'm pretty sure the potatoes are already good. I got cheese on my hand from it melting. It's kind of warm in here from cooking that on the stove. Having both burners running. I gotta shut my flour up. That way nothing gets inside it. I just opened this flour up too. This is a King Arthur's flour because they have the best gluten-free flour, I think. So we're gonna get this other 8 ounce of the Velveeta cheese. Melded into this. Yeah, see, it's starting to look more like cheese. A yellow tint to it now. So I think with the amount of everything I stuck in it, it was going to need it anyways. It looks delicious. I am very happy with how this turned out. Very, very happy. Man, that looks great. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to taste it. And it's going to be hot. Let you guys see this. It's just beautiful. Look at that. That is beautiful, I'm telling you. It's definitely cheesy. It's got a really nice flavor. And I think it could use a little salt. But I think we could salt it to taste. My husband definitely think it needs more salt. But that is beautiful. I'm very happy. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all our new subscribers. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time. God bless. I will try to remember to put the recipe in the description. Thank you guys again.